everybody, welcome back to rainy Kakariko Village. It is storming here because of a curse.
Yeah, and we took so long to get to the next part, our freaking tunics all soaked.
We watched.
Shelter.
We also watched.
We
also watched Unspeakable Things. We saw Sheik get tossed around like a doll.
Pretty much. I was gonna say.
It's true. I saw the whole thing.
Ragdoll physics before Ragdoll physics were actually legitimate.
Unfortunately, Shadow Temple's all the way up there. We can't access it yet, but that's okay because there are a couple things we need to do first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, getting to the next temple is actually kind of an intricate process, which is going to require a little more than what our grown-up hero can accomplish.
Nah, we actually gotta use the freaking, we have to remember that time is in the name of this game. Also, I don't know why that just made me. I don't know why I like the idea of Sheik, this great. I don't know why I like the idea of Sheik, this great ninja.
Yes, we're doing this again.
Okay, but we have the long shot on our side now. But anyway, I like the idea of Sheik, this great ninja lad, just showing up and suddenly just walking from a car going, he picked me up with its mom powers and shook me like a dog.
Yeah, I thought that's what you said. That's why I did the whole. I saw the whole thing.
No, I was thinking just shaking him around like a doll. I said doll, with two L's.
Wasn't that what he?
At the last second
wasn't that what he said in the original line anyway?
Oh, for some reason I thought it. For some reason I heard it as dog, like how a dog shakes water off of it. It maybe was. I'll have to look that up. But I totally heard. I thought it was. It's that thing you always think you've heard it one way. So, Cele, what are we actually doing? What is our secondary objective here?
We gotta beat Dompe in under a minute.
I keep getting tossed up because every time I hear that beeping, I keep thinking you're low on health.
Careful.
No, that has a different sound.
Oh, it's kind of close. But now this is the big cincher. Aim for the
one that separates the men from the boys.
Oh
and
no!
You flubbed up.
Oh.
Nope.
Oh.
Dang it! I didn't make it.
Yeah. Have 20
Well,
bucks.
try this again.
Are you serious?
Wow.
No.
Oh, Reno.
He's like, oh jeez, I didn't mean to kill him that easily. I just figured he'd be a friend.
Cele, you could have just cut past this part.
I know.
I wanted to show the whole thing, but this time I'm not gonna get hit.
Okay, yeah, the fire really is what can throw you off because it takes so long for Link to pick himself back up, and also
not to mention the fact that it's a 2D object, so it's a little hard to judge its distance from your position.
Also, these old 3D games, the camera.
Not only that, but the frickin' corners.
You
didn't see a flame until the last second.
Were we saying about you not being? Were we saying about you not being head sus?
But yeah, it's these old 3D games were. It was a process, and cameras were not the best yet. Come on.
Yeah,
okay, I thought I wasn't gonna get hit, but
wouldn't really reach their peak until I want to say the Wii/Switch era.
Yeah. Also, I just now saw that, and I think that's oh my gosh, send her your view.
Another point where the gyroscope aiming would have been a lot more convenient.
There you go.
59 seconds.
But we'll take it. I also just now noticed,
the time of this race was that much. You're back, young man. Was the present I gave you fun and useful?
Yay!
There we go.
It is now.
We're up to the last couple of hearts. But yeah, my new favorite thing to watch. Maybe it was just on that one ledge. It's like when we're on short ledges climbing up, I noticed that we're back in the windmill.
Hello.
And we were in Storm, so we don't need to be here.
Okay, but it was.
Yeah, we've already made this dude's life a miserable hell.
All right, so let's do some time traveling. But yeah, no, it was just I think it's maybe only on short ledges. But when we were doing that race, for some reason it almost looked like when Link was pulling himself up onto the ledge, his feet gave a little kick as he's trying to pull himself up and scramble up the ledge. Maybe it was just for that one
time.
Yay.
Don't ask how this works.
It's magic.
See, I don't get the. Yeah, I mean, pulling the ancient sword, I could see where that happens, but how do we keep I love the. Hear me out here. The image I now get in my head is so the whole idea is that we pulled the Master Sword, and that's what led to the Golden Realm being open for Ganon to take over.
Mm-hmm.
Ganondorf, sorry, to take over, and putting back in the sword takes us right back to before that moment. So now you just get this image in my head. Wait, why are we playing the Nocturne of Shadow?
Because that song actually takes you to a different portion of what you'd expect.
Yep. except we can't quite go in yet.
Holy
Then
crap!
then why are we coming here?
It's a quick. Oh, you talk to the mask.
Oh, that's right. We still
Talk
have
to
that
the-
thing.
There is a secret near a tree in Kakariko Village, which I already got.
All right, but yeah, we actually are close to Kaku Village. I was like, holy crap! It's the penthouse grave.
Ooh.
Literally.
fa-
And, oops. Or
This is the-
did you mean to do that, Cele?
Probably not.
Huh?
Probably
No,
not.
I didn't. I actually didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, that's the fancy smancy grave site, the penthouse suite. Anyway, what was it? I get this image with the Golden Realm where Ganondorf's staying there. He's in the Golden Realm. He's there. Meanwhile, he just sees Link just going forward like 6 or 7 years in the future. Was it 6 or 7 years, Cele?
7 years.
7 years.
7.
Just,
Sorry, I was spacing out. I was like, what am I doing? Oh, magic bean.
but no, I just see the image of like Ganondorf's there, and then Link goes by 7 years into the future, and then 7 years back into the past. Like he keeps missing him, but Link can never stop him. And Ganondorf's just
I
watching him
like to
zoom
think
past.
that I like to think that in terms of time travel. You remember my that part of my manga fandom I showed you?
Yeah.
What happened to me? Ganondorf, wait! Gradual transition.
Oh, see, I like that bit here. It's just kind of a sudden like, oh yeah, hey, here we are, and
Oh, hello.
oh, it's time to solve a paradox.
Was this me?
Yeah,
I forget.
let it be you. Go for it.
I'm a music man who loves to go round and round, go round and around. I'm trying to come up with a musical theme inspired by this windmill, going around and around and around.
Gosh, it's almost like you're
Now it's
playing
time
this
to pull
music.
a paradox.
Well, I also have the fact of this is apparently a new song to him. He's been playing this song since we even entered in this room as a child.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute.
I was double checking that.
Listen to the music. Listen to the music. It's getting faster.
It's freaking out.
Anyway, I double checked their
Windmill takes
list.
so much.
Apparently, that windmill guy's supposed to be me.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh,
It's fine. Honestly,
Okay.
it's an instance of I know he's a bigger character in Majora's Mask. Does it mean he's equally important in this game? Like, just a matter of how she does her castings? Sorry, it's just something that we talked about off camera.
Go round and round and round. What? It's going way too fast.
Oh, jeez.
And then you get flung off.
Aw.
It's literally the
oh,
equivalent
wait. Before I go, listen to this.
Listen to what?
Wait for it.
Oh, he feels uncomfortable.
Oh, come on, it's not that cold in here. Oh,
Aw, he sneezes because of the rain.
His sneeze sounds like he's vomiting.
Oh,
it's not that bad.
that ain't that
I mean,
bad.
that's what I used to think.
Anyway, I guess if people were kind of curious as to what I was talking about, so usually when we make games that have like a lot of dialogue, this being no exception, we usually make like
Oh,
these.
here we go.
We usually make like these cast lists of who we think should voice which character. Cele's was kind of an interesting case because when she made her cast list, she was also taking into account characters, like small-time characters that appeared in Majora's Mask as well. And for us, it's kind of an instance of, this isn't Majora's Mask, though.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, Termina is a parallel of Hyrule.
I mean, yeah. I mean, again, the whole story is that this game and Majora's Mask share a lot of assets to the point of actually reusing character models. Which, I mean, considering what the excuse they try to come up with, I mean, it works for what it is,
Boop.
Yeah.
and it does help to keep things consistent. But you know, I can't help but feel the cast list could have been a little less bloated.
Yeah, I was about to say, because that's the thing I was talking about, where it's like, every NPC that apparently has a big role in Majora's Mask, they're usually like a really insignificant character in Ocarina of Time.
Or vice versa.
Or heck, there might be the occasional character who's just insignificant overall.
Like, the Kuka lady, she's insignificant in this game because she plays a bigger role in Majora's Mask.
But my case is just like, does she really need to have that much attention in when we were doing the cast for Ocarina of Time?
I mean, I like to keep things consistent, just saying.
Well, it's also a matter of, like, with a lot of NPCs, it's hard for us to really tell at a glance who's gonna be who. It's like, we don't have this game committed to memory like you do.
and I
just a
take full
smidge.
responsibility for that.
But, yeah, welcome to our next mini dungeon.
The bottom of the well, and this is probably that one portion of the game that most likely scarred a lot of kids.
It
Yep.
is a very drastic tonal shift for this game that, apparently scarred a lot of kids, James, but also apparently in the eyes of the Nintendo like focus testing groups were like, now they want more of this. Because then Majora's Mask came about.
Oh, as if the entire dungeon itself wasn't enough.
We also got the mini boss.
Dead hand. Oh,
Other hands.
Ah,
Okay.
hey, let go.
Give
Get
it,
off,
give
get
it.
off, get off, get off, get off!
Oh boy,
Oh.
a new playmate, come here.
Whoa.
wait for him to open his mouth and crouch stab him.
Okay, you're
You don't
crouching
have to
up.
wait for him to open his mouth, you
Dude.
just have to wait for him to crouch down.
Oh, and then he just I love how he just walks away.
Okay,
as
I didn't mean to break the deku stick, I was just making sure that I had my powers.
Well, we'll still store it, and also I love the idea of him walking away. It's like, oh, it wasn't me. It was the other guy over there.
I got grabbed on purpose because that's one of the only ways to summon him.
Okay.
The only other way is defeating
Oh.
all the hands.
Hey, quit doing that to me, kiddo.
Yeah, I like-
I bruise easily.
Yeah.
Oh, and stay away from that whatever right there. I don't know what that is, but it hurts if you get hit by it.
But I was about to say, I have that opposite idea. Like, Jem's kind of hit it on the head where it's like when he goes away, it's like,
Oh, you're no fun.
So yeah, that thing was a thing, and I think it was made just about
Look
as.
how it twitches. Did you see that? It just kind of spasms when it dies.
A little
Yeah,
bit.
I want to say the 3DS remake still keeps its creep factor even there.
Yeah.
And so we
Lens
got
of
the lens
truth.
of truth. Basically, it lets us see things that can't be seen by the naked eye.
Yep.
It's very
And
important.
if you want to go for if you want to go for 100% completion, you're going to be using this thing a lot, especially on your first run.
You know, at first I didn't understand why it was called the lens of truth, and then it actually just now finally dawned on me. Magnifying glass.
Also, just-
yeah.
just something I also find funny is like, this was back in like the really early Brawl in the Family days, or really early comics of theirs. They did one based on the Lens of Truth where Link was using it. Then he just sees Birdo passing by, and then it just cuts to like the shocked expression on Link's face.
That's
Some things
it.
are better left unseen. So, before we go any further on that, Cele, I do believe there's some lore regarding this area that we're in. Why don't you tell us about it?
Which part do you refer? Ow.
Oh,
The part where apparently it contains probably one of Hyrule's darkest secrets.
Oh, yeah, Sheikah.
Yeah, they were master torture artists, basically.
Yep.
okay, yeah, you might want to change your tactic here.
All this time, that's what this was all about, and like we just unveiled the horrifying like truth of this. Well, I mean, I guess that explains the entire purpose of a shadow temple. Like every temple has had like some.
But here's my question. I still don't understand why the bottom of the well is here.
Because who would be dumb enough to go down to the bottom of the well?
The person Lassie
But-
was trying to help.
Well,
And well, hey, you know what? That's why they had to get Lassie to help him in the first place.
Yeah,
in
that makes
terms
sense.
of graphics, I'd say that Shadow Temple's a lot more. It's a lot more graphic than bottom of the well.
Okay.
Well, either way, it all still boils down to the fact that it is pretty much what contains Hyrule's darkest secret, and the fact that, well, basically this is the place where they torture all their criminals.
Yep.
I mean, no one said that Hyrule was all happy sunshine land.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's got to be a believable
Don't even
real
get
place.
started on Korodai.
Korodai's actually not too weird.
I don't
I'm trying-
know. You see a lot of the people we talk to in that Devil Lamb game.
They're not mean. They just need some nice TLC for their makeup and wardrobe departments. Anyway,
But froggies.
they're looking at you. They're judging
There
you.
you are.
Now it's time to play them in tune.
What the?
So this is
It's so cute how they do that.
something you can actually do throughout the course of the game. Once you learn a new song, go to this frog's pond and try out your song there, and the frog will grow up.
And
money.
they will react to not the temple songs, not the warping songs. They react to all of the other basic songs you learn throughout the first half of the game.
Yep. There are 2 heart pieces you can get from this.
How this is working, I don't know. Oh yeah, now she remembered. Oh yeah, crap! I skipped the dialogue.
Young lad. Oh, that's you. My bad.
Play the Ocarina well, the melody is so fine. Baby, it will be just over there. If you come up with another song, please drop by and play it.
Sorry, frog in my throat.
Dun, dun, There you go. So, do they ever like touch upon these frogs even in the comic? Like, is this just like an individual thing for this?
I don't think so. No, they don't.
It's just a very out of the way. Well, I wouldn't say out of the way, but it's just a little side quest that you can do on the side. Honestly,
It's more annoying.
they're about as
Sorry.
significant as say having to deal with the magic bean salesman a little ways back.
Oh, that's fair.
Or Kojiro, who we passed by earlier, and maybe we should have told him that in the future you should probably not go to the Force in the future.
Oh
Just
no,
goodbye.
he's gonna get
Yeah.
lost. Yeah, we
I'm
could have
just-
helped him.
Yeah, just real quick
The
on.
Majora's Mask, the frogs. Sorry, I just want to say real quick. The frogs in Majora's Mask. Their side quest is a little more tedious, and I don't like it.
Really?
Anyway, before the frogs are gone, I'm also just thinking like,
Oh, none of these are my froggy. None of them are green.
My frog is the right one.
So wait, they're all grown up now. What do we do now?
Play song,
Song of Storms.
and they just like the song in particular.
Yep.
I mean, it makes them all wet and happy.
Oh my god, I'm awful. I just like melody so cool. Sing it in the rain.
Oh. Of course they'd have to make a goddamn reference to that.
They did. The localization, dude. This is like the one time the localization team had some fun with this game. It's been played so straight the rest of this game. Yeah,
That is true.
But yeah.
There's our first heart base. We got one more.
Oh, what's the other one? Oh, because we're all huge frogs. Holy crap! The world famous fabulous 5 froggish tenors. Make it stop so we can eat the bugs flying above us. Oh, okay, so
Oh,
this
so
is
we're gonna play a little minigame.
okay.
There is a set pattern to this, and I had to look at a cheat to get this right.
Well, what looks like the cheat is just flail wildly
Yeah.
and you'll get it.
It does look like that.
No, if you do hit one wrong note, then they'll.
Oh, so you just had like a list you just
Nope.
played. Okay, so you just played.
It honestly looked like they kept trying to jump at the bugs, and the bug kept on missing it.
yeah, I
It
was
really
about to say,
did look
it
like you were
they
just
doing
flailing.
anything.
I think the only frog who didn't eat was the silver one in the bag. Notice that he wasn't celebrating like the other
He's like,
ones.
that was a lot of. He's just like, they're like, yeah, and the guy's just like, that was a load of bullshit.
Why are we heading back to Why are we heading back to Death Mountain?
Dude, we got a
Actually, you
frog.
said that wrong, Logan. It was what a load of bullsh.
You know,
Nice,
wouldn't that suck so much if you accidentally sent the frogs along with you to this place?
Just one guy's like, wait, no, what am I doing here? What am I doing? This is not where I'm supposed to be. This is not where I'm supposed to. Anyway.
That's why we came here.
Oh.
Boy, frogs' legs.
Oh, yay. The perfect habitat for a new budding plant. The belly of an active volcano.
I'm pretty sure
We're
there
not
are.
going.
Aren't there
We're
like?
not going to pour the Master Sword just yet.
I was about to say, aren't there like some breed of flowers that can like grow in volcanic soil?
Not in the volcano, though. It's volcanic soil, like, on the outside, like, towards the base of the
Yeah.
volcano, not
This
in
is
the-
Zelda. They can get away with things.
Just grabs a potted plant. Feed, volcano! Phew.
Nope, we're not going yet. We
Chucks
still
it
have
into
one more thing
lava.
to do.
Anyway. Alright, so what are we doing outside in this new current timeline that, frankly, we should just hang out. Literally just chill. Live the next 7 years of our life. Don't worry about having to go to the future. Like, they're treating it like, oh gosh, if you don't do this right away, the future's gonna happen. No, the future's still 7 years from now. Enjoy it. Anyway.
Well, I guess
can
since we're here, why don't we go ahead and make some use of our lens of truth
And
Oh.
dogs.
Yep.
and see which
Is it
dog is the
gossip?
right one.
No, we're not gonna take that.
We already did that side
We're
quest.
gonna do a much more dishonest means of rewarding ourselves. We're gonna cheat.
Steve, that's you.
Open the chest and surprise! If you find the key inside, you'll be able to advance. Left or right, try your luck. 10 rupees apply. You wanna try it?
Is this possible, Cele, to do if you just become ridiculously lucky?
Yes, but I remember there was a video I made where it took me over 30 minutes to. What? Oh, whoops.
You better not be cheating, love.
I never
Watch
mentioned
the dog.
any.
Watch the dog.
The dog.
He just slammed in his face.
Also a dog.
No dogs allowed. Also, so I mean, the whole idea is that it's basically you're trying to win a coin toss, and if you talk to anybody who's been in a probability game, or has taken statistics, the more like winning one coin toss, it's a 50-50. Trying to win multiple coin tosses in a row becomes far, far, far less likely to happen. Unless
That's
you
why I generally don't go to casinos.
Nah, yeah, me neither.
Why no one should.
Alright, we're almost there.
Because some people think they just have this golden streak of luck, which is eventually gonna bring them down back to reality at some point.
Yeah, I guess I should ask Cele, just to like hear me out here. How many of these do you have to solve to get to the grand prize?
Well, we just got here.
Spoiler warning.
There's your answer
No,
right
but
there.
I really want a number. I want to like actually show you like what the
think it was
probability would be.
Um,
Well, I guess we
I
could count the
think
doors on our way out.
Sure.
yeah.
Let's see if she goes out all the way, or if we have to like, or if she cuts from this. If she goes out all the way, then I can no.
Oh, now
Okay, I think.
we gotta wait to the
I think
next part
there's
to
a-
find out.
Hang on, I'm skimming through the video real quick.
Sure thing.
Give me a second.
Okay. It's important for mathematics.
1, 2,
She cut it about that.
3,
Yeah.
4.
It's just 4 times.
Uh-huh.
It felt like it was more than that, but
It really
Wow,
did.
James,
but...
you timed that well.
Who
Alright,
am I to judge?
so-
On that note, folks, see you all for the next part.
See ya for Shadow Temple.
It's a-
Bye.
it's a really, really low percentage. Okay, I give up. Bye.
You better know I cheated, love.